sis, it's time for a change. You cannot continue to be like this. You cannot continue to move like this. You cannot continue to feel like this. You cannot continue to take showers and almost cry because it's so painful. You cannot continue to wake up every day and hate your life. Hey girl, I combined macro counting and fasting to lose over 100 pounds in a year, and in this video I'm going to show you how I did it. How many of y'all know that when you lose this weight and when you become a bad mama, you know deep down inside that there is a sexy, vibrant, thriving, exciting, joyful, loving, caring, brilliant, amazing person on the inside that when you get snatched, I'm not even playing, like you are just gonna be a blossom, like a flower, and you feel it. Let's get into the video. I just want you to know that I know you know that once that weight comes off, you is not gonna be who you are right now. You're gonna be a better person, but you also gonna be you're gonna be so bomb. Just saying, I always knew that this collarbone was gonna pop out. I started macro counting and fasting, okay? Macro counting came first. In 2020, that PM that I can't even say it, that happened. And I said to myself, you are almost 300 pounds. You are not happy. You are depressed. You ruined your entrepreneur life because of your weight and your mental health. Sis, it's time for a change. You cannot continue to be like this. You cannot continue to move like this. You cannot continue to feel like this. You cannot continue to take showers and almost cry because it's so painful. You cannot continue to wake up every day and hate your life. You cannot continue to wake up every day with a headache. I would go to sleep thinking that I would not wake up because the headache was so bad, I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like there's no way I'm gonna wake up in the morning. Macro counting is proteins, fats, carbs, and calories. If you eat too many carbs and not enough protein, you don't lose weight. If you don't eat enough fat but you eat way too many carbs, still bad. So you kind of got to figure that out by getting a macro coach. How macro counting helped me. Number one, macro counting helped me with portion control. It helped me measure my foods. I used a food scale, any food scale. You can buy one at a local grocery store. Macro counting helped me lose 3 pounds consistently every week. That's what macro counting helped me do. So consistently I was losing 3 pounds a week, tracking my foods, portion control, and measuring. When I was macro counting, I lost 50 pounds in 3.5 months. 3.5, 4 months. This is what I did as far as workouts. I walked. I was at a point where I was fed up and I was ready for a change. And I got up early in the morning before anything, before work. When I tell y'all nothing was going to get in my way of me going to walk. Don't you dare get in the way of my walking. Because I'm going to do it. I'm getting this weight off. I would go for a 2 to 3 mile walk. That's what I did. My first 2-3 weeks, I went for a 2 or 3 mile walk because I was so heavy. I could not sustain how it made my back feel. And the heaviness was weighing a lot on my body, so I can only do 2 to 3 pounds. After a while, maybe like a month, after a month, I was able to do 4 miles. Did I say 2 to 3 pounds? I meant I was only able to do 2 to 3 miles. After about 3 or 4 weeks, I lost some weight and I noticed I was able to do 4 miles. And I got up to 5 miles after the first month. And I was doing this Monday through Sunday. Sometimes Monday through Saturday, but most times I'm walking 7 days a week. And when I'm walking, I got my headphones on. I'm listening to podcasts, YouTubes, on Instagram. I had my phone. I was always entertained. But 4 miles, 5 miles consistently after about a month. And then I got up to 8 miles. And then I got to a point where I'm only doing 5 miles. Like I'm doing nothing less. I'm doing 5 miles or more. And then after 3 or 4 months, I got up to doing 11 miles, 12 miles. And then after like 4 or 5 months, I got up to doing 14 miles. And I did 22 miles a couple of times. And 21 miles I've done like 4 or 5 times. And so my normal walking now is I'm doing at least 5 miles, nothing less than that. But I will say I still lost 16 pounds walking 2 to 3 miles for the first 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So you can still lose weight. It's just that I just kept wanting to push myself. So I went in the mornings, I grabbed me some egg white bites from Starbucks, egg white bites, not knowing that protein is how you should start your day. Period. No sugar, no donuts, no cookies. You start your day with some type of protein. Your body wants that. It needs the protein. I drink 3 liters of water minimum. How did I end my days and my nights and days while macro counting? No food after 8 p.m. Some days 2 p.m. Now let's just say I wanted to have a cheat day. I would have it before 2 p.m. and then after 2 p.m. I'm not eating anything else. That is how I lost my first 50 pounds. Now we're going to get into fasting. I used to have restless leg syndrome really bad. When I would go to sleep and lay in the bed, I would have this tingling in my leg after I'm laying there and I get comfortable, and after about 30 minutes all of a sudden I feel this tingling and this pins and needles, and it was horrible. And I lost weight, but I still dealt with it. And it wasn't until fasting that it went away. Doctors couldn't, they only could give me medicine to kind of alleviate it, but they said there was no cure. My first fast was 14 days, and I will talk about that in another video. If you're interested in how I did with my 14-day fast and what I did and what you need and how to do it, put in the comments. I would like to know more about your 14-day fast, and I will talk about it. I did a 14-day fast, and I fasted consistently from there. And I want to say about 4 months into fasting, all of a sudden my restless leg syndrome was gone. And I was a little afraid, or I was a little unsure, because I was like, wait a minute, is it really gone? So I would sleep one night and I would feel it, but not feel it, and not as bad. And then a week would go by and all of a sudden it was less and less of tingling and less of pins and needles, until one day I went to sleep and I laid there for hours and I'm like, oh my God. My restless leg syndrome is gone. Oh my God. And one day it just never came back. And I was like, oh my God. Fasting did this. Fasting got rid of my restless leg syndrome. I could cry right now. Another thing fasting got rid of is my heartburn. If you lose weight, if you take care of yourself, you eat right, your body heals itself. It healed mine. And you go to the doctor, they give you these medications, they give you Tums, they give you all these things that fix the problem for a little while. Then all of a sudden you got the problem again. But fasting healed. I had a anal fissure or hemorrhoids. Went to the doctor, they gave me some stuff and it didn't work. I started fasting and my anal fissure. What is an anal fissure? It's a tear in your anus. I used topicals and they worked sometimes, but then it kept coming back. Fasting literally healed my anal fissure. Why? Or my hemorrhoids. Why? Because when you're not eating, you give your anus time to heal, especially if it was an anal fissure and it was a tear. It gave it time to heal where I wasn't using the restroom, because every time I used the restroom, it was so painful. Oh my God, it was the worst feeling ever. And the fasting literally cured it. And yes, go see your doctor. I went to see the doctor. For my anal fissure, the hemorrhoids, and the heartburn, and the restless leg syndrome. And they gave me this medication that helped it, but then it came back. It did not completely go away. Fasting completely took it away. Fasting helped me lose my belly fat. Like hard to lose fat and cellulite, fasting. You want to lose cellulite? You want to lose cellulite? You want to lose fat that's hard to lose? Fasting. It helped me. People always ask, how did you lose your belly fat? Fasting. Clear skin. It helped me get my skin back better. I used to deal with, bad skin, y'all. Like, it was bad. Like, fasting helped clear my skin. Fasting helped my food addiction. Now I think before I decide I want to eat a candy bar, or I think before I decide I want to have something bad, and I'll go for a salad instead, or I'll choose a veggie pizza instead of going to a major pizza chain. I choose options that I feel are more whole and wholesome. Fasting helped my mental health. I think more clear, I'm more logical, I'm more aware, I'm more rational, and I'm more positive, and it's like I'm more aware when I'm driving. I'm noticing things now, like I'm noticing cars that are about to come out in front of me. I'm noticing things far away that could possibly happen. I just feel more mentally aware and mentally healthy. And so, yes, therapy is great. Church is great. But when your body is clear and free of those bad things that we put in it, it just helps your mental health even better. Fasting makes me feel clean. Fasting makes me feel like I can breathe. When I fast, it's like my lungs are clear. I feel like I can breathe better. On the inside, I feel empty and clear, and I feel clean, and I feel light, and I feel airy, and I feel good. It makes me feel good when I'm not eating every day and not eating all the things I used to eat. I feel nourished and I feel prophetic. I want to explain this because I feel nourished and I feel prophetic. It's like you take your time and you think, and your senses are more keen and more aware, and you're able to think logically. You're able to respond in a logical way. Yeah, you may think, I'm hungry. I am not responding logically, and I am not thinking clear, and I am not clean. I am upset. But give yourself a 2 or 3 days of fast and watch how your body and your brain works together, and you just experience this extreme rejuvenation. It's like you and God are walking together. You're walking together, and you're talking to each other, and He's giving you downloads, and He's giving you insights. And that's why people say when you fast, you're closer to God. You are closer to yourself, and you are closer to your awareness of self, and you are closer to your awareness of God, and you just notice more nature, and you experience the small things of life that most people just look over. Fasting awakens your senses to being more aware of life and existence and yourself. And you have to take that in. You have to be aware of that, because you change yourself when you're fasting. You change your mind, and your insides are changing at a rapid pace. Like your body is really killing some bad things that are in your body and making you a whole new person. But when you're fasting, your brain is doing something to you that is changing your life. And if you miss it, you'll think fasting's not for me, or fasting is horrible, or fasting it makes me sick and I throw up and I'm nauseated. If you miss that, whoa, please don't miss that. The throwing up, the headaches, the weakness, the hunger. The hunger, number one, I love the feeling of the hunger, because it allows me to say, you're stronger than this hunger, and you can beat this hunger. And this hunger is not even real. It's just a reaction to what you're used to doing. This hunger, or you wanting to eat, is saying you're doing something you don't want to be doing. So if you know you're not hungry, or you say you are hungry, think about it like, what am I doing that I don't want to be doing right now? I'm thinking about food because I don't want to be at work. I'm thinking about food because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. I want to eat to get over this depression and this stress. So when you can logically ask yourself, why do I want to eat when I'm not hungry? Or why am I hungry? Your body's used to you giving it something at that time. That's why you're hungry. When you have a significant amount of fat on your body can tap into that fat after. If you're hungry, give yourself 30 minutes to 2 hours, And if your hunger goes away after that time, it has tapped into your body fat, and it is eating the body fat, getting rid of the body fat, eating the things in your body that can cause cancer, eating the things in your body that can cause all kinds of ailments and issues that only fasting can help. What you'll need to get through your fast. So here we are, we're going to talk about what you'll need to get through your fast. Number one, you're going to need B12. If you're fasting for longer than 36 hours, you're going to need some energy. And B12 gives you that energy you need to keep doing your job. If you're in retail, if you're a cop, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you work at a vet, if you are if you do DoorDash, B12 will be that energy to keep you going strong. No B12 that tastes like sugar. Don't get B12 that tastes like sugar. Don't get B12 that has a flavor. Get B12 that's solid B12. No sugar, no flavor, just solid B12. Potassium. When I did my 14-day fast, I want to tell you more about it in another video, but on day 6, day 5, I felt like I was going to die, because potassium is like an electrolyte for your body. It is an electrolyte for your body. It is like the spark plugs for a car. It keeps that car going and cranking and doing what it needs to do to get to its destination. Magnesium is another electrolyte that you're going to need. Magnesium is needed because when you're fasting, again, you need to keep going. You need to keep moving. And so you need the magnesium. If you get tired, lethargic, your head is just like not clear, you feel foggy brained, you feel like you're just so tired, you're going to pass out, you need the magnesium, and you need the potassium, and you need the B12 to keep you going. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel brand new. Like, oh my, who knew that these amazing vitamins would keep me going like this? Water is important. 3 liters or more for me. 3 liters, no less than 3 liters. How I fast. So, how I fast for weight maintenance. No food, 24 hours at a time. I do not eat food when I fast. I don't intermittent fast. I do a cold turkey. I'm not intermittent fasting until I get to my goal weight, until I'm ready to maintain. Because I cannot intermittent fast and lose weight. That's just me. I have to literally go a full 24 hours or more if I want to get into the weight loss and the autophagy and all the things that heal your body with fasting. I would rather do 24 hours no food than do a 16-8 or 24 or 22. I want to do 24 no food. My first fast, like I said, was 14 days. I'll talk about that in another video. If you're interested in how I got through my 14-day fast and whatever other questions you have, comment that you'd like to hear about that 14-day fast, and I will make a video. I do not eat every day. I don't. I do an alternate day fasting, which means you do every other day where you eat, and then 24 to 36 hours you don't eat, and then after 24 to 36 hours you eat. And then, so don't eat Monday, eat Tuesday. Don't eat Wednesday, eat Thursday. So that's how I do it. Now, let's say I had something I was craving, a little bit too much of something that was bad on my eating day. So I'll do a 48-hour fast just to kind of get back and recalibrate and get my body back going. But I don't eat every day. I won't eat every day. I probably will. Only time I eat every day is either on vacation, my birthday, a holiday, or an event, or family's around and we're doing something together, and maybe I'll eat every day for the 3 to 4 days we're together, or the 5 to 6 days we're together. I am going to be fasting for the rest of my life. I'm going to always have a fasting regimen. I won't eat every day. I just will not. After a vacation, let's just say I go on a vacation that's 6 days long. Usually my vacations are 6 to 7 days long, and I'm eating every day. I'm trying the foods and I'm enjoying my time. I come back and I'm doing a 48-hour fast, and if I need another day, I'll do a third day, but mostly I've known that 48-hour fasts get me right back to the weight I was at before I left for vacation. which is usually maybe 6 pounds that I may gain, gone in 48 hours with a 48-hour fast. And so you can enjoy life. If you can wrap your head around not eating for a couple days, you can enjoy life. You can have a great time on this earth, I'm telling you, if you can just learn to loosen up. Always saying, stop thinking that if you go without eating, you're gonna die. There is so much fat on our bodies that we can go 2 days and we'll be fine. And if you can't, please don't. How do I break a fast? I'm breaking my fast with a lean steak and 4 ounces of carrots. That's how I break my fast, with some protein and some vegetables. I don't eat any fruit anymore right after a fast. I don't break a fast with fruit like I used to. I eat protein and vegetables. And then maybe an hour or 2 later, I will have some fruit, because my body is craving that protein. It's like, where's the protein? Where's the protein? And that's the first thing you want to get it when you wake up in the morning. That's the first thing you want to give your body when you wake up in the morning to eat. When you break a fast, you want to give it protein. Not cookies, not a cake, not a donut. Protein. I promise you, your body will thank you. You will feel it, and you will lose weight. And you'll feel your heartbeat going crazy when you break a fast with high sugar and high carbs. You don't want to do that. We'll talk about that in my next video about my 14-day fast, about what happened when I didn't get any potassium, or when I broke my fast with high sugar and carbs. It is not pretty. How do I eat normally? So normally I'm eating keto. Do I still macro count? Yes. That is everything I want to talk about in this video that has to do with macro counting and fasting for rapid weight loss. If you still have questions, let me know, and I will do another video to help you. But I want you to know, please don't give up. Please keep going. Please pray. And if you don't pray or you don't believe in God, get up every day and put in that work, because God is already in you. Prayer is already in you. You are already connected to the source, to the universe. You really don't need to do anything but the work. It's like your faith in motion. And so just make sure you're doing something every single day to get to your goals, okay? So thank y'all for watching, and subscribe, tell all your friends, and bring them to my page, because I'm here to help and I really want to see y'all win. All right, bye y'all.